Hi, Steve here. Welcome to this video. In today's video we're talking about our new manual called Football Trading Tips. What is Football Trading Tips? Well, as the name suggests, it's about football trading, and it's tips, but also more importantly there's 13 strategies there that you can use right out of the box. So how did we get these tips and strategies? Well, we interviewed 5 people, call them experts, that solely use football trading as their source of income to put bread on their table on a weekly, monthly and yearly basis. And they allowed us to do this after a bit of pestering, but also a bit of an agreement with them on some funds from this manual. But we feel that it's well worth it, and we're sure that our clients, both new and past, will get a lot of knowledge and also be able to turn their football trading around if they've been having a bit of a hard time. This is not a software, this is a manual, and it goes through the 5 experts. Each expert has a section in the book where they list their strategies, and then some of them they're thinking on what they use to separate them, to make them the 2% of people making a profit in football betting. Now, trading is not for everyone. If you live in a country like myself in Australia, you can't live bet and live play on the internet, then this manual is of no use to you. So you can continue watching the video if you want to hear my dulcet tones, or you can turn off now. But unfortunately, residents in Australia, this is not applicable to you. For the football trading tips, the main thing that you need to know with this is that you really need to be watching the game. And obviously before you start watching a game of football, you just don't turn on the telly or the tube and watch the game and say, yes, I'm going to have a bet on that. No, before it starts a little bit before that, and when you do a little bit of research to have a look at prices, past performances, etc. The general things that you do if you were going to say betting on a horse race, you wouldn't just turn on the TV and put it on number 4 without looking at what's gone before. But in football trading tips, you get to learn how to, which of these strategies would best suit the game that you're going to watch. In fact, there's some amazing 2017-2018 EPL stats there that alone could make you some good money. For example, in a 15 segment of the game, the first 15 minutes or the second 15 minutes of that, you'd be amazed at where the goals come from and to what extent the goals come from. Also, the fact of what happens when matches are 0-0 at half time. You'd be surprised how many matches in the EPL and English leagues finish at 0-0 for half time, and how to go about utilising that scenario for the second half of the game. That's all covered in football trading tips. If you could do with an extra £100 or €100 a week, if you find that there's too much month at the end of your dollars or pounds or euros, then obviously football trading tips is going to go a long way to help bridging that gap. Also, the manual's written in plain speak. You don't need any new software to utilise the selections. You can use the betfair interface. If, however, you had Fairbot or something like that, well, obviously that's going to improve a little bit because of obviously how fast that software works. If you've purchased any of our soccer trading or football trading manuals or softwares, rest assured that these 13 strategies are totally new, and you'll be getting sort of another tool to your toolbox, I guess, or 13 tools to your toolbox on football trading. And just sitting down after you've done some research and watching the start of a game, knowing darn well what patterns you're looking for, and if the match falls into those patterns, then you have set actions that you can use in order to turn or hope to turn a trade into a profitable trade. And if it all turns belly up, goes custard on you, then there's also scenarios on how to turn that around to either save the trade or at least get out with some dignity and not lose too much money. These are all covered in the football trading manual. So as I said before, if €100 or $100 or £100 is going to make a big change on a weekly basis for your income, then seriously consider looking at football trading tips. 2 or 3 trades and the manual will obviously be paid for. So it's a very good offer that we're offering, and as always, the early people get the best price on our manuals and softwares. so you can see the price down below, and that's the best price that will be offered at. Wrapping up this video, if you love football, love watching football, love some extra money, then Football Trading Tips is the manual that you should be looking at securing so that you can enjoy all three of those. And as I said, if you're a past client of ours, then you can rest assured that you haven't seen these 13 strategies from us before. Okay, so on behalf of Michael and myself, Steve, thanks for watching this, and we hope that you'll join our Football Trading Tips manual owners in the near future and start making a profit from trading football.